Gemini, I'm getting you are just being silly. Oh my goodness. Like, I feel like Gemini, it's like you can't get your mouth together. Gemini, I feel like you have a mouth dysfunction. The cats are out to play. All right, let's get into it here for you. All right, first out, we have the Three of Cups. We have a coming together, a reunion, a getting together of sorts between friends. I feel like you got this like new rev of confidence. It's like making you actually like do the things like you've been stopping yourself from doing. Gemini, I feel like you've been stopping yourself from doing a lot. Yeah, Three of Wands. I feel like you've been stopping yourself from going in the direction, like going and talking to those people you really been wanting to talk to. I feel like you've just kind of like you know what's coming, but I feel like you've been stopping yourself for some reason. I feel like maybe you have been lacking the confidence. But lucky for you, it is new moon in Leo, officially Leo season. Happy birthday, Leos. You know that there is this new direction that you see for yourself, a new group of people, right? And I feel like you're like putting on like just glory. It's like confidence. It's like beautiful, like glory, right? I feel like that's what you've been doing. Like I feel like you've been really working on your self-affirmations here, Gemini. Ace of Swords. Yep, you've been working on your affirmations. Oh, it's coming to you. Everything that you've been putting out there is coming back to you, Gemini. Oh, that's great. So that's allowing you to have like these connections with people and bring in like new visions of your future that you're wanting to have. Five of Wands. Yep. Yep. I feel like the truth about why you've been like fighting like these connections, that direction, this conversation, I feel like the fear, like the truth about the fear of that is coming out. Yeah. Three of Swords. I feel like there was a heartbreak here. And I feel like all of that's coming up for you to deal with in order for you to go to these places and have these connections. Ooh. Sorry. In order for you to go in this direction with these people, like you have to work through your own issues. Like you have to work through like your fears, right? For like your biggest wonders to come true, right? And I feel like this is like a brokenhearted thing that you've been dealing with like on your own. Like I don't feel like your broken heart's been like on display for everybody to like come and look at as like a tourist attraction. I feel like this is something that you've been like dealing with in private, right? I feel like you've been fighting yourself a lot for what direction you want to go, because I feel like it means like you're having to be more vulnerable, right? Ooh, Gemini, and I feel like you might not be wanting to get vulnerable. I feel like that's what you're fighting. I feel like you're busy trying to like cover up these like broken pieces of your heart, you know, and like come across like, oh no, I'm really fine. Oh, Gemini, but you're not. And so I feel like you're coming to like a true heart to heart about that. Like I feel like you're really getting to like what were the causes that actually like broke this heart, right? You're dealing with that very much on your own, very much in private here. What is this Three of Cups? What is this Three of Cups? First out, we have the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, this is a group of people that you work very closely with. Like, it's very much like a close-knit, very family group that you have here. Like, very deep connections. This is something that, like, a group of people that you, like, have built something with, will be building something with, right? Temperance, yes. This is a group of people that helps you feel balanced, that helps you get balanced, right? I feel like this is a group that kind of like helps push you towards like more of your North Node. You could have like North Node in Sagittarius. But I feel like this is a group of people that helps you get to that space for you, that kind of puts you in that uncomfortability. It could be a wide range of people. We have the Temperance card next to this Three of Pentacles. It could be a wide range of people, right? Sagittarius works kind of like with the masses of people, like an accumulation of the different sorts of people, right? I feel like it's people that have like a wide range of gifts here. And I feel like that's helping you put yourself be put into it could be a spiritual group here. We have the Four of Swords. It could be a spirit group here. What is this Three of Wands we have? Yeah, I feel like this is a spirit group that kind of surrounds you here, that you're working with, that you're going to have a reunion with, a coming together, right? What is this Three of Wands? Ooh, so you're over here like really envisioning your future, okay? Like this is your future. Like this is what you're setting out for your life, right? Like that's how your like ultimate fulfillment is. But I feel like very much so like this is your energy that you're in. I feel like you're worrying about like how you're ever going to accomplish this. Like I feel like this seems like almost unreal to you because this is your reality. Like this is what you've made your reality, right? And so how is it this can ever be accomplished from something so grim, right? Like how do you get rainbows from like sad rain clouds, you know? Like I feel like you are almost like thinking that this like rainbow is impossible for you, right? Yep, Two of Pentacles. Like I feel like this is the Nine of Swords that you're in, and this is the Ten of Cups. Like this is the vision that you have, but this is your reality. So how is it that I'm actually going to pull this down and put this in my purse? Like I feel like you're struggling with like, how is this going to work? Like it's not making sense. Like it's not logical. It's not making sense. This doesn't seem like like I feel like you're fighting with yourself. Like you're literally having like a struggle. Like it's not seeming real to you, so you're almost like pushing it out of like the forethought. Like like we're just not gonna deal with that. Gemini, you're doing that twin thing. You're going that double-sided. You have your head and your heart pulling you in separate directions. I want to go here. I want to do these things. I want to go to these places. But you have that other twin that's like around the corner saying, no, you don't. Gemini, you don't want to do that. I feel like it's making yourself get stuck. Like you're only accumulating like Two Pentacles here. Like that's all you can accumulate because you're too busy like swaying back and forth instead of just like staying centered and focused in yourself here. Right? What is this Ace of Swords? We have the Mother of Pentacles. Five of Swords. I feel like you could be this Mother of Pentacles here, Gemini. Or you could be dealing with the Mother of Pentacles, an earth sign. Whoever it is, they have a lot of like bad mumbo jumbo going on in their like, in their brain here. Just like a lot of like repetitive, negative, like just constant, you know, like an irritating, this is the truth, this is what's really going, you know, like just somebody that's like almost like a nag. Like that's like what I feel like somebody's going on, but I feel like it's mentally, right? Like I feel like it's like all of your fears being like pushed in your head, like, no, this is what's going on, this is what's going on, right? And I feel like that's what's stopping you. Like I feel like you're like breaking free. You're going from this Five of Swords to this Ace of Swords. I feel like something's like finally like broken free and like set the truth free for you here. Like I feel like you're trying to get out of this like incessant like kind of like craft to like breaking open and like understanding like the real truth, right? I feel like in that process, like you're needing like a lot of like stillness, a lot of like cuddling, lots of cuddling. Yeah. But in that like stillness and quietness, like this is what keeps popping up and distracting you from getting to that Ace of Swords, right? Too much mind chatter. 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like it's like all your, I feel like what's stopping you from these connections, it's like your fear of the 10 of Pentacles. I feel like it's like your ultimate fulfillment here, Gemini, but I feel like this kind of scares you, right? Once again, like with this 10 of Cups, it's like with the 10 of Cups, you have the 9 of Swords. With the 10 of Pentacles, you have the 5 of Swords. Like with these like ultimate wish fulfillment, happiness things that, you know, that like your manifestation, abundant wishes coming true, like you're almost like talking yourself out of them, like making yourself feel anxious, like self-sabotaging. I feel like you're dealing with a lot of like self-worth issues here. I feel like that's a lot of like, ooh, my stomach got squeezed. I feel like that's a lot of this negative talking. I feel like it's like your self-worth issues that are like coming up in that you're dealing with here. I feel like you want these things, but they're almost unattainable to you in your eyes because you've never had them before, you know, and when you've had them, it like slips right out of your hands very quickly, right? You've never had them, you don't know how to get them, so is this even possible, right? I feel like you're like talking yourself out of having all the wonderful, beautiful things that you're wanting here. What is this 5 of Wands? You could be fighting a connection with a water sign. It doesn't have to be a water sign male. It could just be a masculine figure here who is like very emotional, right? Like that has a lot of depth to them. Somebody that cares very deeply for you and that you care very deeply for, right? There was an ending here with that situation, right? Like there's an ending to the fighting. There was an ending in a situation, right? Ooh, and I feel like you're just kind of like coming to terms with that. Like there could have been a big blow up here and that could finally be it, right? I feel like whatever this blow up was kind of like the key that cracked that Ace of Swords open for you here. I feel like that it was like the truth needed to like kind of crack things open and kind of like set this like argumentative fighting energy like at a rest. Like I feel like it put it to bed, right? There was a lesson that like I feel like you were needing to learn here about yourself. And I feel like that was just like creating issues with others around you, right? Until you're whole and fixed and beautiful and whatever, like the other things around you kind of like crumble. And I feel like that's kind of what you were dealing with here. I feel like it was just something that you were having to reset in yourself, and that kind of caused, you know, issues in the relationships around you, right? That's just kind of like how life goes. Like, it's a lot. Oh, that's terrible. We're not taking casualties. Like, no casualties, no prisoners. What is this heartbreak that you're dealing with? That's kind of what it feels like. It's like dealing with like your own heartbreak. Like it was causing like casualties, like deaths, like of people around you, right? I feel like that little tear, I feel like there was just like a little tear here in this heart, right? And like in the process of trying to fix it, it kept getting like broken over and over, right? Like I feel like it was just like more rips, more tears. Like in like the process of like trying to fix it, or like other people trying to fix it, even because there's strings coming from different directions. Like I feel like that you were trying to supply yourself with several different ways of like healing, right? And all of these processing, it like kept tearing the hole and making like it bigger instead of it healing, which is what you're wanting things to do, right? Because I feel like you kept on trying to like shove things in there that were not supposed to be in there. And so I feel like it just kept combusting. That wasn't supposed to be the fix. That's not the cure. Don't put that there. I feel like that's why we can't have nice things, because you keep putting things in different slots that are like, no. We're not using that for that. All right. It could have to do with a King of Pentacles here. It could, like, a masculine figure involving, like, money. It could be, like, dad, like, you could have dad issues that are, like, coming up here for you, Gemini. Yeah. Don't worry. I feel like you're working through them. Like, you're having to, like, go through these things in order to, like... Ooh. I feel like you have to know what it's like to go without, or to not have, or to be, like, broke or poor, you know, like things like that. Or like, you have to know what it's like to be sick so you can be healty. Like, you have to know what it's like to be poor so you can, you know, what it's like to feel rich. You have to, you know, I feel like that's very much like a part of like your story, as it's like, you know, coming out. Like, had this not happened, had you not gone through this, like, you wouldn't be in the position that you're in, right? Like, these are the things that are breaking you are almost like to your benefit, right? Yeah, even though it was breaking you, like, the crowd was still going wild, right? It's what pulled you to your successes here, right? It fueled your fire. It fueled your fire, the sun. That's what I'm saying. Like, you literally transmuted all the negative toxic energy, all of like the mess, and you turned it into something like beautiful and pure. Like, you turned something so nasty and grim into like pure, beautiful energy, right? Now keep in mind, this is all under wraps. Like, this is not like being shown to the whole world. This is still you with yourself. Like, this is stuff you're working with. And this is like, these are the things, like, this is deep. This is not like, the issues that we're talking about here are not something that like just your average, you know, anybody walking around, like, no, they're not going to be able, I don't even think your best friend would be able to like tell that these things are going on with you. Right? Like, I feel like it's that deep, that rooted, like the things that are coming up. Like, I feel like it's almost like surprising you, shocking you. It's like, wow, I didn't even know that was something that I needed to heal from. So, another opportunity to grow from. I feel like that's just how you're like looking at things at this point. Like, it's just, everything's an opportunity, right? And Gemini, like, I feel like you are feeling very opportunistic. I feel like you are feeling very opportunistic. Oh, what is this moon card? We have the Two of Wands and the Two of Swords. I feel like your next step in your journey here is it's being kept very much under wraps. We have the moon here with the Two of Swords. Like, it's very, like, almost top secret. Yep, Four of Pentacles. It's being, I feel like it's almost being, like, held back from you. Ooh, it's something big coming up. It's something big. I feel like once you heal this and go through it, like, you have a huge blessing coming in for you, Gemini. Like, you have something so big, like, you're not even seeing, like, what's coming from this, right? I feel like you're walking by faith, right? And not by sight. Right. It's like you're walking in the dark and you have one of those headlamps on. You know, you really can't see where you're going, but I feel like you have an idea-ish, but you're really just kind of like trusting yourself, right? Trusting the path. Okay, what can Gemini do to help heal this energy? Clear your energy field. Burn some sage. I've been burnt. It's been months since I had burned some sage, and I finally got some new sage, and so I have been burning sage. Burn sage at the new moon, when you clean your house, and I think the full moon too. I feel like there's a lot of green smoke around you. Lots of clearing, lots of different herbs, lots of fresh herbs. All right, Gemini. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Happy new moon.